What's going on YouTube? That Dapper Rider back again with another video. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I clean the chain on my 2022 Yamaha R3. But this pretty much goes for any bike, no matter what bike you have. The process is pretty much more or less exactly the same. All right guys, so first thing you're gonna want to do is put your bike up on a rear stand. Now, you don't necessarily need one to clean your chain. Technically, you can do it by rolling your bike back and forth to get to your whole chain, but honestly, with a rear stand, it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to clean a chain, whereas if you do the rolling method, it's probably gonna take you about an hour, which you don't want to spend a whole bunch of time cleaning your chain because it is something very simple. So, as you can see, it definitely makes getting to the different areas of the chain a lot easier just by rolling your tire versus rolling the whole bike. Next thing you're gonna want is a chain cleaner and a chain lube. Now for the chain cleaner, a lot of people recommend different things, but myself, I use brake cleaner. I use the MotoMaster. Make sure you get non-chlorinated brake cleaner so it doesn't harm the components of your chain. A lot of other people, they use WD-40. I've heard people use kerosene, gasoline even, or a dedicated chain cleaner. What you use is up to you, and again, it's all down to personal preference. Next thing you're gonna want is a chain brush. These are fairly cheap. I think I got a pack of like 10 off Amazon for something like $10, $15. So very convenient and easy. You're also gonna want a rag to clean the chain afterwards and wipe it down. And obviously you're gonna need to lube your chain after. So here I have MotoMaster Chain Lube. Again, the brand really comes down to personal preference. Some people recommend one brand over another. I use MotoMaster and never had an issue. And last but not least, gloves if you want to keep your hands clean. So once you get your bike situated, what you're gonna want to do is take your chain cleaner and then you're just gonna spray the whole area of your chain just like this. And you can apply it liberally, and we're just gonna leave it on there for about a minute just so the chain cleaner can sit and break down all the grease and the dirt. So as you can see, all the dirt and grease and grime is dripping off the chain. So once you leave it for a minute or so, we can continue on to the next step. So after you let it sit for a bit, we're gonna take our chain brush. I like to spray a little bit of brake cleaner onto the brush itself. And then we're just gonna turn the wheel and work our way across the whole chain. So first I'm gonna go through the whole chain and work the front. Make sure that's clean, and then I'm gonna work on the outside as well as the other side, and then the inside as well. All right, so after cleaning my chain, I like to clean the sprocket as well, clean off all the dirt and grease from the teeth of the sprocket. So I just take a rag, just spray some brake cleaner on it, and just work my way around. Also during this time, you can inspect the wear on your sprocket. That way you know whether it's in good condition or not, or whether it needs to be replaced. right, so once you get your sprockets nice and wiped down, what you want to do is get rid of any liquid or residual chain cleaner that is still sitting on the chain before we apply our chain lube. So just take your towel or microfiber cloth and just go around it just to get it as dry as you can, because you don't want the chain cleaner mixing with the chain lube. You just want chain lube on there. Keep it nice and lubed up. So after you clean your chain, the next thing to do and the final step is to lube your chain. A lot of people use a spray. I used to use a spray, but I switched to this chain paste. With the spray, you just got to make sure that you apply minimal amounts, because if you apply too much, it's going to get on your wheels as well as your tires when you're riding. It's just going to fling off because you're going at such high speed, and you definitely don't want it on your tires, especially the side of the tires. It does increase your chance of a low side, just because it'll make it very slick. So this is what I use. It does take a little bit longer to apply, but I can control how much goes on compared to a spray. But at the end of the day, it comes down to personal preference. So let's get this chain lubed up. All right guys, so that's the process of how I clean my chain on my bike. Again, you can do this on any bike. The process is pretty much the same across all of them. What you want to do afterwards, you can actually go over the chain again with a microfiber cloth. You don't need that much lube on there. You just need a little bit just to keep the O-rings lubricated so they don't wear out. And you should clean it. It really depends on how often you ride. I usually clean it about once a week or once every other week, depending on how much I ride that week. But again, it really depends on your climate, the weather that you're riding in, and how often you ride. So again, just use some common sense. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. If you guys want to stay up to date with me, hit that subscribe. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram, that Dapper Rider on both them. And until the next video, peace.